Broken Jacob's Quest, and last night was, of course, the Super Bowl, and we got a whole bunch of new trailers, and I'm going to try to break down as many of them as I can, starting with, of course, Deadpool and Wolverine, which is probably the movie that everyone is most excited for. It's been a minute, it feels like, since a Marvel movie has done this to, like, the zeitgeist, you know, like, had this effect of, like, oh my god, we're all so excited. It feels like it's been a minute, and, you know, hey, I'm so thankful that a Marvel movie is finally doing this to people again. So yeah, let's just go ahead and walk into it. And look, of course, I watched the Super Bowl, right? So I have seen most of these. I think there might have been one or two trailers that I missed out there, but I did see this one already, so I'm not gonna like pretend that ooh, what? You know, anyways, let's go ahead and react to this. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so we're seeing a bunch of characters, some of which
for sure.
He had to bring back with time travel at the end of the last movie, like him and Shatterstar.
Make a wish, buddy.
So of course Vanessa's back now. Where sorry, not Vanessa. Is it Jessica?
Who's asking? Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Yeah, that's probably the first of many Disney jokes we're gonna get. But also the TVA looks slightly different, which I'm not sure what that means exactly.
Soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Like, people have pointed out, like, the uniforms are slightly different. Like, this hallway, I don't know. Maybe it's just our imagination. I don't know.
You are special. This is your chance
to be a hero.
I need someone to enhance that little name tag he had on. I need to know what that meant.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
Yeah, so, like, does TVA know that? It's always been a little vague as to what exactly the TVA knows. You know, so I'm saying the name Marvel, like, what?
Oh my god!
Of course, they look like they're in the void.
God, I love this part. Wait!
And there's of course Pyro. A lot of people pointed out that was Pyro there. And then, yes, there's a Secret Wars comic book on the to the left over there.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up.
I think people are still out there trying to figure out which cover that was, which issue that was. Deadpool and Wolverine, July 26th. Okay, yeah, just you know, really cool, really exciting. You know, so interesting things, of course. Yeah, the events of Deadpool 2 definitely happened. He went back in time using Cable's device and let several people live. It was like a comedy montage of things he did with time travel. So we have to go back, and I'm gonna have to, like, okay, what exactly did he do? Because I know obviously he killed Ryan Reynolds from reading Green Lantern. He killed his older self in the Wolverine movie, but, like, how much of this actually makes sense, I don't know. But yeah, several characters who died in the last movie are back. I'll be a little disappointed if Juggernaut, or not Juggernaut, but if Cable is not around. We didn't see him in the room there, you know, so hopefully they say, like, yeah, Cable's still here, or maybe Cable got taken by the TVA already, because of course he is the one who had the time travel device, and maybe they're like, he's not supposed to have that. And yeah, I'm gonna need someone, and I'm sure someone out there already has, to do like a comparison shot between these TVA uniforms and the ones we see in the Loki series, because there's all kinds of question marks happening as to, like, when is happening, where, what, like, is this all, you know, is this version of the TVA that comes and grabs him, is this happening before the Loki TV show takes place, in which case the TVA is still pruning timelines, branches, you know, based on Kang's design, or is this after Loki season 2, in which they're no longer doing that, and Loki is sitting there holding the multiverse together, all the timeline branches? Like, is that, when is this happening? You know, like, that's and of course, when we're talking about a time travel agency, asking the question, when is this happening, is a very complicated question. But it's very important to understand, like, the context of, like, you know, is because we're not seeing any familiar faces. You know what I mean? So I imagine that maybe they did this that way they could introduce all these TVA agents and then not feel bad about killing all of them off, and then having maybe a season 3 of Loki or something. I don't know. I don't understand what's going to end up happening. Maybe Deadpool will meet Loki, because they know where he's at. They know he's like, okay, he's at the end of time and he's sitting on that throne, and he's, you know, like, so maybe that's what happens in the after credits of this movie. Maybe he goes and meets Loki. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with, like, you know, because it's got the same TVA logo and everything kind of looks like the same stuff, but it's definitely not the same sets. Like, this is not the same interrogation set that, like, Loki was held in, you know. So it is really interesting because, you know, it's not like they didn't have access to that stuff. They easily could have made it look exactly the way it did in the Loki TV show, but they chose not to, which has me questioning, like, so, but why though? You know, what would be the purpose of that? Also, I need someone to, okay, look, I can kind of read. It says Wade, super consumer. So it's like he's working at a Walmart or something right now. Yeah, this is like, he's like an employee somewhere. I don't think this is happening at the TVA, but he's got his superhero suit just like locked up there. But yeah, he's like working at a Walmart. So maybe this is like a different version of Deadpool. I don't know. Very interesting. And at least on this teaser, they make it look like most of this is going to happen in the Void, right? At the end of time, Eliath is there to, you know, clean everything up. Of course, they're using like an actual set, so they went to a real desert. Now, what is he doing there? Why would they like go and grab Wade, send him to go get this, to go get something to stop someone in the Void? I don't know. And of course, it looks like Patch's Wolverine's here, you know, very famous rendition of Wolverine where he was going by a different name and he had an eye patch on. But yeah, we see a lot of Mad Maxy looking stuff. Of course, the 20th Century Fox logo, and you know, he's beating up here. Let's go ahead and just play this part. You know, he's killing a bunch of TVA agents. So at some point, was there like a betrayal? Like, were they like, was this like a big trick? Like, they said, hey, come help us do this thing, but then when they got him to do what they needed, then they try to kill him? I don't know. I don't really understand. My theory, I guess, based on the fact that the uniforms look slightly different, the TVA looks slightly different, my ongoing theory would be that this entire movie is taking place before the Loki TV show. And so therefore, this is a version of the TVA where they're still pruning timeline branches. And this is in the process of them when they were still destroying the Fox universe. So this would have, you know, a lot of people are theorizing that this forest and this snowy area you see here is actually at the beginning of Age of Ultron, you know, and that's they like time travel to there, and then for whatever reason he has to fight off a bunch of people in that same exact snowy forest. Possible. It does look like the same location, so maybe. But in any case, yeah, I don't understand what the plot is here. It definitely seems either he betrays the TVA or the TVA was trying to trick him, and he's like, nope, and he starts trying to kill people. Maybe the TVA let it slip accidentally that they were going to branch his timeline, because I'm theorizing that the TVA was still in the process of branching all of the Fox universes, right? Because Kang was probably like, nah, the Fox stuff can't happen, so we're gonna need to erase all of that. And then that explains how we get to the MCU, where all that stuff's been erased, and Deadpool finds that out, and he's like, oh, you're gonna erase all of my X-Men and all of my stuff and all those movies, because the timeline was so wonky and didn't make any sense in those movies anyways, because of their reboot / not reboot series of movies. So maybe this is like their big explanation. Maybe like, oh, the reason the timeline didn't make sense is because the TVA was in the process of deleting stuff, and then they got stopped by Deadpool. Maybe that's something they're gonna do. But yeah, I'm very curious as to what the actual explanation is here, because I don't see how we would get from the end of Loki season 2, where the TVA is just protecting timelines and trying to stop Kang. I don't see how that version of the TVA comes into this part here, where they're fighting Deadpool in the forest for some reason. Like, what? Like, they would be helping Deadpool protect his timeline. Why? You know what I mean? So this can't be that version. Like, that's my theory. This has to be the older TVA from before season 1 of Loki. But in any case, it does look like maybe what they're gonna say is like, oh, Deadpool has been in the void for like a long time. So even when Loki was trapped there in the void, Deadpool was there somewhere. And there's just, it's just a whole, it's a whole planet. The void is just the planet Earth at the end of time, right? So he was just somewhere else doing Mad Max type stuff. But in any case, really excited. Looks really cool. Lots of theorizing to do. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your theories. Let me know, like, how does this fit with the Loki show? And yeah, I'll see you guys later.